Hey everyone, Skyler the Scottman, and we're here to do a driving video today. We're going to be heading north and east on the entirety of Pontiac Trail today. Well, we're technically not on Pontiac Trail here, but it begins right around here. So yeah, now we're getting on the Pontiac Trail itself, and so anyways, we're going to be heading the entire route today. Because Pontiac Trail begins here in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and it goes all the way to Orchard Lake, Michigan, about several miles to the southwest of Pontiac. It is a cloudy day out today and pretty chilly out, although pretty seasonal for the most part for this time of the year, because my car thermometer is reading 32 degrees Fahrenheit or like 0 degrees Celsius, so it's right at the freezing mark right now. But I figure I haven't done a video on Pontiac Trail yet, so it'd be a great day to go ahead and do this. So yeah, this will be a little bit of a longer driving video because Pontiac Trail does go quite a long ways. So as I was saying, yeah, Pontiac Trail starts off here in, well, it doesn't start off in downtown Ann Arbor, but like just to the north of it. So it mainly goes through like the northern parts of the Ann Arbor area. And this light over here, this is Barton Drive. You can, if you were to make a left here, you can make your way over to M14. It's one of the ways you can get it back on the freeway from over in the Ann Arbor area. So yeah, it's been quite warm, I have to say, here in southeast Michigan during the month of February. Because as you can tell, there's no snow on the ground. I don't think there's really been any snow on the ground this whole month so far, as the high temperatures have been all well above average. It's like on the bright side, though, it does give me a chance to film a lot more of these videos, so I don't have to worry about having to drive in the snow or anything like that. Yeah, it's been a while since I've driven this part of Pontiac Trail. This is usually not the way I go into Ann Arbor because I'm always taking the freeway. And yeah, right now we're in the northern outskirts, or the northern end of Ann Arbor, and you got some nice homes, or like brand new homes coming in here. But yeah, momentarily though, we are starting to get out of the Ann Arbor area. At least the city limits for Ann Arbor. We're getting more like the Ann Arbor Township, I would say. Overall, Pontiac Trail, it's like there's a good mix of rural areas. You go through some different towns, and then you get into some of the, like the outskirts, eventually to the outskirts of Metro Detroit. And right here, we are going over M14 as well as US Highway 23. We're right by the interchange for 23 and M14. Looks like I think we got a train that either just came through or is about to come through. So we'll have to wait a little bit. Except I'm trying to see if there's a train come. Oh yeah. Or I don't see a train, but we'll yeah, I see it. So we'll have to stop the video. Okay, I think we're finally able to keep on going. The train finally cleared out like 20 minutes later, but I came close to having to cancel the video altogether, but luckily it's like I'm at a loss of words right now. but anyway, we'll go and we'll continue though. So but yeah, it was really weird how it's like the train was coming through very, very slowly, and then it stopped for like a good 10-15 minutes, and then it started going back the other way. So I don't know if it was having problems or something, but yeah, it's like I don't know. It's like, yeah, I'm almost surprised I didn't just give up on the video, but it's like we'll just keep this going. I'm glad I did now because yeah, it's like I didn't have any other videos planned for the day, so it's like I knew I had to just keep on waiting. And again, I'm glad I did though, because now we can continue our way down Pontiac Trail, and now there's probably won't run any cars in front of me till at least North Territorial Road. Oh, excuse me. So this is probably the most rural area of the whole drive today here on Pontiac Trail. As we have like a lot of farmland out here. And then of course you can also turn on the Nixon Road over here to the right. It'll take you back down into Ann Arbor. Surprising if there are people who came from that way to get around that train when they were thinking, oh, the train's south, it looks like we're gonna be here for an hour. But and yeah, right here, yeah, that's Joy Road. So it's pretty interesting how far west Joy Road comes out to, because yeah, much further east you see Joy Road over like in the Livonia, Westland, Canton, Plymouth area, even like the western part of Detroit. Interesting too, back at that railroad crossing, there were quite a few cars that kept waiting too along with me, so it's like that kind of gave me a little bit of an encouragement that it's not like it was gonna be stuck there for like a good hour or something. So yeah, we should be good now. We do have to go over some, I think, some more railroad crossings there in the video. So hopefully you don't get unlucky like what we did back there. Although I believe the other railroad crossings were getting more in like towns in that area, in those, and like that. I'm still at a loss of words right now. The other railroad crossings we'll have to go over will be more in like towns and cities, so I don't think we'll run into a problem like that one. Kind of reminds me of those railroad crossings down in some of the downriver communities where it's like they got a very slow moving train where residents will say, like, if you get caught by this certain train, it's like you might as well turn around because it's going to be stuck for an hour or something like that. Yep, and this four-way stop up ahead, this is Dicksboro Road. Dicksboro Road will take you south, basically to the boundary between Ann Arbor and Ypsilanti. So if you're coming from the South Lyon area, Dixboro Road is a pretty nice road to take. And you can also get over to 23 from Dixboro Road as well. Oh yeah, I haven't been here in a while. It looks like they put in a new roundabout here because they completely changed the whole intersection. Because yeah, I haven't been over here in quite a while. So they must have put it in either last year or the year before that. But yeah, that where the roundabout was, yeah, that's the intersection with North Territorial Road, which North Territorial Road is a nice scenic route which heads west all the way out toward where like Hudson Mills Metro Park is, and to the south of like the Pinckney recreation area. It goes all the way out to M52 and then continues east all the way into downtown Plymouth. So anyway, so now we're heading, well, we're about to head due north, but not just yet. Yeah, the stretch of Pontiac Trail between South Lyon and Ann Arbor, this is probably the least traveled part of the road, because once you get into Oakland County, it becomes a much busier road. Except for when a train's crossing those railroad tracks. So this can be a pretty nice scenic route to get through the countryside of northeast Washtenaw County. So now we're heading due north. So we're basically on our way over to South Lyon now, which is like another few miles to go till we get there. And yep, this is 5 Mile over here. It's amazing how far west 5 Mile comes out to. Although it's just a small road out here though. As I'm filming this video, even though this video will have gone up well after the trip, I'm about to do like a long weekend trip down to Tampa, Florida. So it'll be nice to get out of the colder weather. I say colder because it hasn't been super cold lately. However, I timed my upcoming Tampa trip very well because we're about to get some really cold weather next weekend here for a few days, and it's going to be while down in Florida. So this fake spring we just had, it's about to end, but not for me because I'll be in Florida for a few days. And yeah, we just passed up 6 Mile Road. And of course 6 Mile Road will eventually take you all the way over into the at least Northfield Township and eventually to Livonia, and then it continues into the Tri-State city limits as McNichols Road. Oh, they have another roundabout up ahead. You can tell I've not been on this part of Pontiac Trail in quite a long time. Because yeah, they have a roundabout here at 7 Mile now too. And it kind of like 6 miles. 7 Mile does like the same thing. Eventually heads out toward like Northville and Livonia, then eventually into the Detroit city limits. 7 Mile Road basically will continues all the way to the west toward Whitmore Lake. Interesting too is that it's like there's a lot of water right now, which was frozen maybe like a week or two ago, but it's all thawed out just because of how warm it's been here. And we're now approaching 8 Mile, and after we cross over 8 Mile, we'll be entering Lyon Township and then getting into Oakland County for pretty much for the rest of the video. It's like, yeah, I'd actually honked the horn off camera, not because of the car in front of me, but the car in front of the car in front of me, because it was green for like 5 seconds and the car was not moving. So it probably was illegally looking at his or her phone or something. But anyway, so after crossing over 8 Mile, so as I was saying, we're now in Lyon Township, Michigan, and we have now crossed over into Oakland County. But yeah, that's the same 8 Mile which goes all the way along the border of Detroit, and also like some of the immediate northern suburbs of Detroit, like thinking like Southfield, Ferndale, Royal Oak, Warren, like those communities. So yeah, now we're basically getting into the South Lyon area because we got different restaurants over here, also McDonald's, a Taco Bell. And there's also a grocery store over here. So yeah, now things are gonna start getting a little busier. Hopefully that doesn't mean we're gonna be catching every traffic light for the rest of this video. Yeah, I've noticed that when I say that phrase that I end the last 2 clips on, it's like it does, let's just say it affects the video. It's kind of the downside of having voice activation with this GoPro. Oh yeah, also over here I have a Jimmy John's and a Culver's. Oh, they have a Mojave Cantina, because I've been to the one in White Lake, Michigan before, and there's also one in Clawson. So it's like, yeah, in the South Lyon area, they're putting in new restaurants, and yeah, they're timing these lights very poorly, because now we're having to stop at another traffic light. It looks like Mass just got out over here at this Catholic church, because yeah, look at all the traffic here. It's like, oh, it's not just the Catholic church, but it looks like there's, I think there's like another church over here too. Oh, I know that. Yeah, it's another church. So it's like 2 churches right next to each other, and it's like they're all getting out of their service at the same time. Now to the left, there's like a nice little like a historic railroad depot over there. And we're about to approach 10 Mile shortly, but if you want to get to 10 Mile, especially to go easy, you can make a right turn at that light, And it's a little bypass of downtown South Lyon. Yep, and this is downtown South Lyon. It's like got some small businesses and restaurants in here. Like, it's kind of a small downtown area, but it's pretty nice though. I had to sit at this light for a while. But yeah, have some businesses off to the right on 10 Mile, and of course you got a lot more going down this way. Yeah, South Lyon has a nice little downtown area. We're like here in the southwest corner of Oakland County right now. And here is another railroad crossing, but this time we have a lot better luck. So yeah, but just left South Lyon now. We're now back in Lyon Township again. As things will get a little bit more rural again, but not like what we saw back in Washtenaw County. And to our right, that is one of the high schools here in the South Lyon Township area. This is South Lyon High School off to the right. And for a while, it used to be the only high school in the school district over here. But because of all the people who have been moving out to this area, they added another high school further to the east on 10 Mile Road. Yeah, as you can tell, they're doing a lot of development in here, but a lot of new homes have been going up. Yeah, but I wasn't kidding when I was saying that, yeah, things will look a lot different once we got into Oakland County. Because, yeah, there's a lot more development going on in here compared to down in Washtenaw County, where that was pretty much just farmland. And, yeah, also, as I was saying earlier, too, yeah, the road is a lot busier over here compared to back down to the south of South Lyon. Because this is a very popular route to get from I-96 to get down into South Lyon. So because of that, this is a heavily traveled road. Okay, and about another half a minute, we're going to be approaching the next traffic light, and so as you can see, it does not continue going straight, but Pontiac Trail continues to the right. So as around here where Pontiac Trail now makes a major shift by going more to the east, and in general for like the rest of the video, because up to this point Pontiac Trail has been mainly a north and south route, but starting here it becomes more of an east and west route. If we would have made a left turn at that traffic light, that turns into Silver Lake Road, and then you could get over to like Kent Lake Road, which is just a little bit to the west of there, and that'll take you due north up to I-96. Further west on Silver Lake Road, you can eventually get over to Kensington Road, and that'll take you over to where Island Lake State Recreation Area is. And then both those roads I mentioned, Kent Lake Road and Kensington Road, those also take you north up to Kensington Metro Park. However, we'll continue this way, and this is the continuation of Pontiac Trail. And yeah, the next community we'll be going into will be New Hudson, which is not really all that large compared to South Lyon. There's not really much of a downtown area to New Hudson. It's mostly like commercial activity that's outside the little downtown core. Which I'll talk about that a little bit more when we get over there. And over to our right, well, not right here, but past this house over here, you can see some airport hangars to our right. That is the New Hudson Airport, and that's a little small airport here in the southwest part of Oakland County. I remember back when my late grandfather was alive, like when he and I used to do all sorts of different drives, we used to drive by that airport all the time because he loved going by all the different airports. So right here, this is New Hudson Drive. This is kind of like a little, almost full circle around New Hudson. It's a nice little bypass of the downtown, or the little downtown of New Hudson. And if I hurry, I might be able to make this traffic light. This is a traffic light which, if you have to stop at this, you can be stopped at it for quite a while. And unfortunately, I got extremely unlucky, so I'm gonna be here for like a good 3 minutes. Because there's like 6 roads which come out of this intersection, so we're gonna be stopped here for quite a while. Okay, oh, and one thing I'll point out too, over to the right along Grand River, that's the New Hudson Inn, and that's one of the oldest restaurants in the entire state of Michigan, still operating today. So now over here, we got a big shopping area. Got different shops, restaurants, like a Leo's Coney Island, there's a Jet's Pizza. Also got Bell Tire over here. You got a Walmart, Applebee's, Lowe's, Discount Tire. And there's even an Arby's, I think, off to the left too. So if we would have taken that New Hudson Drive, that's where we would have come over to. And I do need to get over in this right lane. So over here, this is the interchange with I-96. So this is kind of a major interchange right now. Oh, and a little fun fact too, we're temporarily off Pontiac Trail. This is Milford Road here. So this is like a short gap in Pontiac Trail, but it resumes just on the other side of the freeway. So Milford Road starts over at 10 Mile down in Lyon Township, and it continues its way all the way to the north up to Milford and eventually to Holly up in the northwest part of Oakland County. So to continue on Pontiac Trail, we'll need to make a right turn at this traffic light. And this is good timing too because the light's red. We can go ahead and make a turn on red here. So now Pontiac Trail will continue its way to the east. So we've got a very large Ford dealership to our left there. Got a lot of tractor equipment over to our right in there, especially for like construction. Yeah, come to think of it, I'm probably filming this video at a very good time because I think in the matter of a few weeks from now, they're going to be resuming the big road construction project on I-96. So I could see a lot of people using this road as a detour pretty soon. So I'm glad I'm filming this now. Because, yeah, if you're not careful, this road can get a little busy. But thankfully, I'm also filming this on a Sunday morning, so it's not all that bad. And yet, that was South Hill Road back there. And South Hill Road going north, even though it's a small country road, it does take you up to the Milford as well, too. Although Milford Road is the main route which everybody takes. Because Milford Road is entirely paved, where South Hill Road is not. As you can see, yeah, we got a lot of different warehouses and offices along in here. And some residences in certain areas too. But we're in the area between New Hudson and Wixom right now, so yeah, again, like different warehouses, small, I don't want to say industrial plants, but like different some industrial buildings, I would say. However, there's a nice little park off to the right. You got a golf course. That's Lyon County Park to our right, which, yeah, there's a very nice golf course in there. So it's like, imagine that. It's like if you have to work in any of these warehouses to the left, and then get like maybe like a 2-hour lunch break or something, you could play a little bit of golf, and then get back to work. That would be something. Although I think Lyon Oaks too is not just a golf course. I think there's other recreation there too, because I see some hiking trails you can do as well. We are now entering the city limits for Wixom. So we're now starting to get a little bit into Metro Detroit now. And if you thought you saw a lot of warehouses back there, we have a lot more of them here. In fact, quite a bit of them. Yeah, warehouses, industrial parks, yeah, there is a lot going on over here. And coming up ahead about half a mile, we will be entering downtown Wixom, which is a little bigger than New Hudson, but smaller than South Lyon. Okay, and we are now in downtown Wixom. So downtown Wixom, you got some small shops, also some different restaurants too, like Coney Island, a Chinese restaurant, you got a Mexican restaurant, you got Jet's Pizza. And yeah, this can be a pretty busy intersection here. This is Wixom Road, and also a railroad crossing. So yeah, this railroad crossing can be pretty busy, but thankfully, not having to wait for any railroad or waiting for any trains this time. So Wixom Road heading north, that also will head over into Milford, but it does a lot of zigzags on its way over there. I got crispy chicken and burgers, got Dairy Queen, many different restaurants over in there. You got the main city center for Wixom over here. Got the like the fire station, the police station. Yeah, this is interesting. Yeah, it's pretty chilly out because my car thermometer at the beginning of the video I said it was 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius. It has not changed at all temperature wise. So that's definitely something. Got different businesses over to the left over there. And another shopping plaza to our left. And yeah, this light is Beck Road. And a little bit to the left, oh, just made this light. Got Walled Lake Western High School along Beck Road to the north. And got a Kroger to the left. Got some more shops and restaurants over to the right. I think there's even a Jimmy John's and a Taco Bell over in that plaza over to the right back at the intersection. So yeah, we're now out of Wixom, and we're technically on the border of Novi to our right and Commerce Township to the left. Yeah, got a lot of apartment complexes over in here. Yeah, quite a lot of them. Excuse me. So not too long after we got out of Wixom, now we're coming into our next community. So we're about to enter Walled Lake. See, I would say Walled Lake is probably the largest of any of the towns or cities we're driving through in this video, which have like downtown areas. Yep, so yep, welcome to Walled Lake. So we're now in Walled Lake, and it's a nice community in here. And yeah, unfortunately, after being able to make some of the traffic lights back there, we're having to stop at this one. Although we only had to stop for like 2 seconds. And the huge body of water off to the right, that is Walled Lake, as in the lake. And yeah, despite the warmer weather, looks like there's still ice on it, but it's gotta be very thin right now. And we are now entering like the downtown Walled Lake area. Got some businesses, a couple of restaurants off to the right on Walled Lake Drive, and then it's like the downtown area of Walled Lake is not very condensed. So it's like all the different restaurants and shops are more like spread apart. And there's even like a random Dairy Queen out to the left too. And then over here at Maple Row, there's a plaza over here too. You got Salvation Army, you got Wendy's, a Tim Hortons. We'll continue after this traffic light. Yep, and this used to be a railroad crossing here, but this railroad was long abandoned, and they turned this into a hiking and biking trail. There used to be a railroad or train station to the right over there, but that was torn down when the railroad was shut down. And there's also, yeah, over to the left, yeah, in that plaza, there's even a pretty good Chinese restaurant in there, which I used to go to when I was a kid. And yeah, we're starting to get out of the Walled Lake area now. This is more like residential areas. Got some different subdivisions off to the left and other homes like along Pontiac Trail here. So Walled Lake is the last downtown area which we're going to be driving in. But we're pretty much done driving through like rural areas because it's all a little bit more suburban now for the rest of this video. I gotta stop saying that phrase because it affects the filming. Yep, so we're now basically getting out of Walled Lake now, and we're back into Commerce Township again. It's like, yeah, once we get past Welch Road, and so yeah, now Pontiac Trail really opens up to be like a 5-lane highway. Because we got a big roundabout up ahead. This is for M5, which this is where M5 begins, and it goes all the way. Eventually, it becomes a freeway, and then it links up with Grand River, and then it'll go all the way into downtown Detroit. This roundabout can get very, very busy, but thankfully it's not too bad right now. To the left, well, momentarily, there's a pretty big Walmart off to the left. And there's also a Sonic drive-in to the right as well. Sonic is one fast food restaurant I have never been to. And then here's the traffic light for Haggerty Road, which, as a matter of fact, I filmed the video on Haggerty Road just a couple months or so ago. Yep, and after crossing over Haggerty Road, we are now entering West Bloomfield Township. Yeah, I remember doing a driving tour in West Bloomfield before. That was like several years ago, though. And now, starting here, Pontiac Trail is no longer a 5-lane, or is no longer going to be a 5-lane highway. Got a small shopping plaza over to the left, although there's not really a whole lot in there anymore. There's like a gym and a Coney Island, but that's, for the most part, about it. So yeah, pretty much for where we are for the rest of this video, it's mainly going to be like residential areas, because we're not going to be really driving by any more like store or like major stores or shopping areas or anything like that. Yeah, you have a lot of huge homes over in this area. This stretch of Pontiac Trail, like basically between the M5 and where it ends at Orchard Lake Road, this can get really, really busy, especially at rush hour. But again, thankfully I'm filming this on a Sunday, so it shouldn't be too bad. Oh wow, my car thermometer finally changed the temperature a little bit. Now it's 33 degrees Fahrenheit, so getting up to 1 degree Celsius. So it's probably because we're now more into Metro Detroit now. And yeah, unfortunately we got another traffic light here, but there aren't too many more traffic lights, so there's only like 2 left in this video after this one. Yeah, looking at the skies, I don't think the sun's going to be popping out at all today. Although I'm glad it did yesterday, though, because yeah, yesterday I was down in like Midtown Detroit. I was filming a walking tour of Midtown Detroit, and the sun was out all day yesterday, so it was nice to see it yesterday. Technically, it almost helps with these driving videos to do them with cloudier weather, so I don't have to worry about the sun glare at all. Okay, and we're now entering the city of Orchard Lake Village. Although it's kind of weird how it's called the city of Orchard Lake Village, but oh well. So we're going to be in Orchard Lake Village for the rest of this video. And yeah, you can't see it because it's fenced up, but they're building like a gigantic, looks like a gigantic mansion out to the left. But yeah, it is really interesting how big of mansions and homes there are along Upper Straits Lake off to the left. And yeah, that street back there, there's a little nature preserve in the area too. But yeah, this general area, there are a lot of lakes in this part of Oakland County, and a lot of them have really huge homes along the shores of the lakes, like Upper Straits Lake here, and then eventually like Orchard Lake, the lake, coming up in a little while. Although I don't think we will really see much of the lake from Pontiac Trail. So yeah, when you look at it, we only have like another mile or 2 left to go in this video. So the next traffic light we're coming up to, that is Old Orchard Trail, which goes along the western shores of Orchard Lake. And it goes back up into the northern parts of West Bloomfield and eventually to Waterford Township. And yeah, we made this light with no problem. Okay, so just got like another mile to go, and then we'll be at the end of Pontiac Trail. So Pontiac Trail ends up ahead at Orchard Lake Road, where Orchard Lake Road going south will take you back in the West Bloomfield down to like Farmington Hills, and then eventually turns into Merriman Road and takes you all the way down to Detroit Metro Airport. Where Orchard Lake Road going northeast from here, oh, there's Orchard Lake out to the left. So anyway, Orchard Lake Road will head all the way up into Kego Harbor, Sylvan Lake, and then into downtown Pontiac. All right, so we have now driven just about the entirety of Pontiac Trail from Ann Arbor all the way to Orchard Lake Village. Well, I hope you enjoy this long drive video here on Pontiac Trail today. If you enjoy this video, make sure to click that like button and don't forget to click that subscribe button so that we don't miss out on any future adventures. Well, thank you for watching, and this is Scott, or the Scott Man, signing out.